Greetings, everyone. It's IT2, and today is the 3-month check-in on my fitness arc. Since January the 10th, I think, is when I started going to the gym about once every 2 to 3 days. Maybe a couple times I went maybe 4 days, but pretty much every 2 or 3 days I've been going to the gym, working out. And I just decided the other day I was at the gym, I was like, oh, let me just weigh myself on here. And it was at like 293, and I'm pretty sure I started out at 300, maybe a little bit more than 300. So I can safely say I have lost 7 pounds in 3 months, which seems low, but I've been putting on muscle at the same time. So losing that much weight while putting on muscle seems pretty good. You can really tell it with this shirt. My Kurdish friend gave me this. It's like pretty tight. You can see my pecs can flex now, right? Been working on my triceps a lot. Started getting some traps right in here. So I want to do this for like a year and see what like a year's transformation looks like. But I have 3 tips. Anybody wants to try to do this? The main things. It's not really 3 tips for losing weight. It's like 3 tips for keeping motivated and having energy to do. I don't even know to just do anything, just to live. It feels good. One is to stretch every day. Now, this one I've been kind of lax on because days I go to the gym I don't really stretch, and then I kind of got basically when I was watching that TV show Traders I was stretching during the boring parts when they do the missions, and then since I watched all the Trader shows I haven't been stretching at all. So when I go to the gym I'll do a couple of stretches, but like I would do the one where you sit like Indian style and you stretch your legs down like this, and you stretch them out and you lift them up, and I do like some bicycles in the air. And I would do the elephant walk thing where you stretch your hammies. And I would do like the horse stance. I was doing longer and longer horse stances. I think I got up to like a minute and a half where I could do the horse stance. And then a couple of times I do planking. Planking is a different one. If you can't do like a series, like I was doing a series of stretches that would try to like let me do the splits, the front splits or the side splits. And eventually I want to be able to do pull-ups and other kind of calisthenic kind of tricks. It's fun because there's so many different things, like skills you work towards. You're increasing your flexibility over and over. It's like bodybuilding, but lengthwise instead of thickness. So it's kind of cool. But if you don't have time to do a whole series of stretches, like 30 seconds at a time, 2 times every day, but the more you do it, the better it is. There's 3 types of stretches I would recommend if you can only do one. One is the horse stance. That's like a martial arts stance. You stand with your feet like bent down. Just Google horse stance if you've never seen it. The other one is planking, where it's like you're doing a push-up, but you just kind of hold yourself off the ground just as long as you can. Planking. And the other one is hanging. Like when you hang from a bar, it stretches your arms out. So those 3, I've seen a lot of videos. It's like if you just do this every day, you'll get muscular or something. Like if you just do horse stance every day, plank every day, or hang every day. It's supposed to be 3 really good stretches for you. I had 3 things I was going to talk about, but what was the other thing? Stretching. Oh, also when you're doing your stretches, do it like right after you eat. And if you start burping, you know you've done enough. Once you get your metabolism going, you start burping and maybe farting too. You can recognize your metabolism's working because it's doing all this stuff, right? The other thing, I almost forgot about this one. Because in the wintertime I didn't really do this, but last summer I was taking a lot of cold showers. When you wake up in the morning, take a cold shower. I should have some pictures up here because I've seen a lot of videos about this. If you take hot showers, it's not supposed to be as good as like waking up your cold shock proteins. They affect maybe not your metabolism, maybe it does, but it gets your whole body working, and it kind of activates things that are asleep, wakes you up, gets you going, and that kind of burns calories during the day. I think when you get your metabolism and your cold shock proteins, it wakes up your body, and it helps you to. You won't be sleepy all the time. You'll be awake and doing stuff. And the third thing, stretching, cold showers, is these things. This is my friend taught me about lemons. These are dehydrated lemons from the Middle East. Sometimes they were looking like the black ones. The black ones are not as good, we found, as these yellow ones. This is from a company called Al Reef. Dry lemon. Using eyes for that. You got these at an international grocery store. There's probably several of them. If you live anywhere near a decent sized city, these are like, I think they come from Kuwait or India. There's a lot of like places that are really hot and they grow lemons, and when it gets so hot, they just dehydrate on the tree, and they just leave them on the tree until they shrink back into themselves. That's why I think these ones aren't as potent. We had some that were bigger than this. They're like, not baseball size, but like black like this, but they were bigger. He says the smaller ones are better. I think that might be because the juice drains out of the lemon and it stays the same size. But these ones, it's all condensed and the juice is still in there. The lemoniness. It's super sour. I take like a coffee pot and you break these things open and you put them in the coffee pot filter. You run the water through like you would a normal pot of coffee. And then you take that water and you run it through again. So it's like twice brewed. Once you got it twice brewed, you take the lemons out of the top of the coffee filter and you just dump them into the coffee pot. And then you let it sit for like 45 minutes or an hour. And that really condenses all of that lemoniness, the tartness. And it's supposed to be, like, this is a famous drink in other countries. It's supposed to be good for your stomach, good for like your head, for colds, for headaches, for flu. Giving you energy. Sometimes I feel like a fucking Super Saiyan after I drink like 3 cups of this. I come home in the morning. So that'll give you energy. The cold shock proteins from a cold shower give you energy, and then waking up your metabolism with stretching also gets everything going, makes you lose weight. And I think that is 3 things. If you do that for like a long time, you're gonna really see huge changes. So yeah, lost 7 pounds. That's my 3 tips.